Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something precious, something that once lost can never be regained, our time. You've heard the saying, time is money, but in reality, time is far more valuable. Money can be earned, saved, and spent again. But time, once it's gone, is gone for good. I think for a moment about how you spend your days. How many hours are dedicated to working towards your goals, improving yourself, or enjoying moments with family and friends? Now, think about the hours that are slipping away to distractions, procrastination, and pointless tasks. Imagine if you could take back all that wasted time and use it for something meaningful. What could you achieve? What kind of life could you lead? Today, we'll discuss why we need to stop wasting time and how we can start valuing every minute that we have. Let's turn the page and commit to living with purpose, focus, and a sense of urgency. Time is our most precious asset because it is finite. We are all given a limited amount of it, and every second we spend brings us closer to the end of that line. You can't bargain for more time, you can't borrow it, and there's no way to buy it back. This simple truth should drive us to make every second count. When you realize how valuable your time is, you become more intentional in how you use it. Many of us spend our time aimlessly, assuming we have endless hours to accomplish what we want. But let's face reality, time waits for no one. When we waste time, we don't just lose a few hours, we lose opportunities, experiences, and potential for growth. Imagine a life where every day is lived with purpose. Imagine looking back on your years, proud of the time you spent, knowing that you didn't waste it. When we waste time, we pay a price. And often, that price is steep. Procrastination and distractions rob us of our dreams, our success, and even our happiness. By delaying our responsibilities, we add stress and chaos to our lives. How many times have you felt overwhelmed, only to realize that if you had started earlier, you'd have had enough time to complete the task calmly? Wasted time affects every area of our lives. Relationships suffer when we don't invest time in them. Careers stall when we spend more hours scrolling through our phones than working on our skills. Our personal growth stagnates when we don't take the time to learn, to reflect, or to improve ourselves. And the saddest part? Often we're aware of the time slipping away, yet we feel powerless to change our habits. Let's talk about some of the main culprits behind wasted time. Social media, binge watching, and excessive gaming are major distractions. While little downtime is healthy, the problem starts when these activities consume hours of our day, preventing us from doing things that truly matter. Social media, for example, pulls us into a never-ending loop of likes, comments, and posts, leaving us feeling empty and unfulfilled. Then there's procrastination. We convince ourselves that we'll do it later, but later often becomes never. Whether it's work, exercise, or personal goals, putting things off leads to a mountain of regrets. Every time we procrastinate, we're taking the easy way out at the cost of future stress. Another time waster is lack of planning. When we don't prioritize our tasks, we end up spending hours on trivial things while the important ones fall by the wayside. With no clear direction, we're likely to drift through our days without achieving anything meaningful. Now that we know why time is so important and the ways we often waste it, let's look at how we can reclaim our hours. First, we need to set clear goals. Knowing what you want to accomplish gives you a sense of purpose and direction. Write down your goals and break them into smaller steps. This will give you a roadmap and keep you motivated to stay on track. Next, practice time management. Make a schedule and stick to it. Block out periods for focused work, relaxation, and personal growth. When you manage your time well, you can make the most of every day. Another important step is minimizing distractions. Social media and unnecessary apps can be controlled if you set boundaries. Limit your screen time, turn off notifications, and create a distraction-free workspace. By doing this, you're protecting your time and ensuring it's used wisely. When you stop wasting time, your life transforms in remarkable ways. First, you experience less stress and more peace. Deadlines no longer feel like emergencies when you manage your time effectively. You'll find that you have more time to enjoy your passions, pursue your goals, and spend with loved ones. Secondly, you'll see personal growth. Time spent learning new skills or improving your health is never wasted. Each day that you commit to growth brings you closer to your dreams. Imagine the pride of looking back on a year filled with progress and achievements rather than regrets. Finally, valuing time increases our overall happiness. When we live with purpose and intention, we feel more fulfilled. Life becomes richer when we make every moment count. So let's make a commitment today. Let's stop wasting time and start living with urgency. Let's use our time to achieve our dreams, build meaningful relationships, and grow into the best versions of ourselves. Remember, time is ticking, and it's up to us to make the most of every moment. As we leave here today, take a moment to think about your time. What do you want to do with it? What legacy do you want to leave? How can you make tomorrow better than today? These are questions we all need to answer because at the end of the day, it's not about how much time we have, it's about how well we use it. Thank you. Now let's look deeper into what happens when we waste time. It's easy to think that a few minutes here or an hour there won't make a difference, but let's consider how these small, seemingly harmless moments add up over time. Imagine that you spend just 30 minutes every day scrolling through social media or browsing the internet with no real purpose. In a single day, 30 minutes may not seem like much, but in a week, that's 3.5 hours, almost half a workday. Over a month, that's around 15 hours. Over a year, you're looking at 182 hours. That's over a week of your life spent on something that probably won't add anything meaningful to your goals or well-being. But it doesn't stop there. Wasting time often leads to increased stress, especially when procrastination is involved. When we put off tasks, they don't disappear, they just build up. Deadlines draw closer, responsibilities pile up, and stress levels rise. This stress doesn't just affect our productivity, it impacts our health. Studies have shown that chronic stress from procrastination can contribute to physical health issues, such as poor sleep, headaches, and even a weakened immune system. Mentally, procrastination often brings guilt, anxiety, and regret. By wasting time, we're not only affecting our productivity, we're affecting our overall well-being. One of the first steps to stopping wasted time is becoming aware of our habits. How often do we reach for our phones as a default response to boredom? How frequently do we switch from a task to check our email, respond to a message, or simply browse? Becoming conscious of these behaviors is critical because you can't fix what you don't notice. A powerful way to identify time-wasting habits is by tracking your day. There are apps and tools that allow you to monitor your screen time, track the hours you spend on various tasks, and get insights into where your time goes. You may be surprised by the results. Even a simple time diary where you jot down what you're doing at regular intervals can be eye-opening. Once you understand your habits, you can start making changes. You may decide that you want to cut down your social media time or limit the hours you spend watching television, but be realistic. Drastic changes are difficult to maintain, so instead of cutting out a habit completely, try setting limits. For instance, instead of scrolling through social media for an hour, try reducing it to 20 minutes. Gradually, you'll find it easier to regain control over these patterns. Another effective way to stop wasting time is by mastering the art of prioritization. We often waste time because we don't know which tasks are most important, leading us to spend hours on things that don't actually matter. When you prioritize, you're able to focus on what truly needs to be done and leave behind the less important tasks. A popular method for prioritizing tasks is the Eisenhower matrix, a time management tool that helps you categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. Here's how it works. Important and urgent tasks that need immediate attention. These are your top priority and should be done first. Very important but not urgent, these tasks are important but don't need to be done right away. Schedule these for later but don't ignore them. Not important but urgent, these are tasks that need to be done soon but aren't critical. If possible, delegate them. Not important and not urgent, these tasks are neither important nor urgent. Eliminate or minimize time spent on these tasks. This matrix helps you see what really matters and encourages you to spend your time on things that bring value. Remember, every minute you spend on an unimportant task is time taken away from something that could have a positive impact on your life.